man, I think our society is just starving for it.
And I think we're saying, there's something more. And I think we're
Absolutely.
finding that as we both grow in this
Absolutely.
and see and getting out of, say, the model
Yeah.
of what we kind of been conformed to for so many years. And it's like, man, there is life in this.
Absolutely.
Like, it is just, and it's always encouraging to get with you and hearing, what's going on. And I guess it's where hearts come together and just connect up, and both of them are, and it's not making it happen, it's not like, oh, I love you, brother. Like it's not the fake,
It's real. It's again, it's that and I think that's an aspect where we hadn't had this conversation at all, and I like it because I think it's an aspect of what we were talking about significance that I hadn't thought about yet, that adds to that there's when I become significant, genuinely significant to another person, and another person is genuinely significant to me, right?
Yeah.
And there's an aspect of that significance that's tied together that's like, man, because I look at it and go, there's just this thing. Again, and that's what I love about it. It's hard to describe, but you know it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I guess think about this. Okay. One thing Satan does is try to separate us, get us single,
yes,
and tell you don't matter. If he can convince you don't matter, then he's got you a lot of things. Because he just said you are not significant. And that's a lie, but if you believe it, and two, even more, if you're not seeing it this way, if you have nobody in your life that is you're gaining, who is adding to the significance you already have.
Very well said. Good stuff.
Then it's easier to believe that lie because everything tangibly looks that way.
No, man, that's a great thought.
It just kind of came.
It's good. I'm going to be thinking. It's so true. It's yeah. I keep thinking again that we keep trading brass for gold.
Oh yeah.
We keep trading something that looks significant.
Yeah.
That looks like it for something that, again, because again, the whole classic thing, that you hear, when someone's lying on their deathbed, they're not asking for more money, more accomplishment, more stuff. Their thing is I wish I'd have spent more time with the people that mattered and that were significant, and that.
Yeah. Well, I'd say just something randomly funny is that I don't have no idea why, but I write music from time to time, and so I heard a song and it just put a thought in my head. Well, the thought that came was I was writing it from the perspective of an older person about to reach the end of their life and how they're looking back on everything they ever did and how they're in regret, and how much people we know, so many people regret, and they're like, I found so much significance in things, but I never grabbed it from people or experiences. And if they had to do it over again, they would have lived life more. Like they feel they never lived life. They got up, went to work, came home, went to bed, watched some TV, went to bed, and repeated. And it's like, or they were living for retirement, and when they got to retirement, it was like they were always living for the future, and they were missing the moments of their life and the life that they had. And so it's just kind of funny you said that.
No, it's absolutely
true.
But
I never thought about it. But I was sitting there, wrote up. It was long too, and I was just sitting there like, man, okay. But it really just showed me like live in the moment now and gain like. I don't even know where I'm going right now, actually. But
I think again, it's in this idea we're searching for significance, and many times we keep it like that proverbial carrot.
Oh, yeah.
We keep it dangling out there. When I get to X, when I get to this place, then
and it never stops.
And it never stops. And instead of, and I think that's the whole idea we're trying to say is grounding ourselves on the reality of our true significance, both in Him and then our true significance this way. Because even if we sit there and talk about this, even though again, okay, God's asked me to be a pastor, you're not impressed with my sermons. I mean, hopefully you appreciate it.
I appreciate them.
but if you sat down here right now, I'll ask you a question, very live question. So okay, this is could or couldn't is but if it came up and someone said, okay, Derek, you can either hear Brad speak another sermon, or you could have coffee with him again. Which one would you pick?
I wouldn't be making it too many sermons. It'd be cheers, mate.
And how many of that again that we stand back and we sit there and we go, yeah, that kind of stuff that even in that regard too is that the longing that we have in that way too. That man, I would give up, again, because again, if you would say that would be my profession, if I was a doctor and we were friends, you wouldn't want another diagnosis from me.
Yeah.
You'd want another coffee.
Right.
If I was, again, if I was, I don't know, we'll make up another, if I was the garbage collector.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want another pickup. You would want another, and you could do that with anything. You're a pharmacist. I wouldn't want another prescription filled. Right? I'd want another meal. I'd want another time together. Yeah. I'd want another, let's hang out, let's do something. And I think that's a real powerful thought. Even when we talk about living in that moment, is to have our eyes, both physically and the eyes of our heart, opened to saying, okay, who's in front of me right now? Yeah. How am I, like you said, showing them and drawing the significance that they are because of God out? And then how am I being significant to them and them to me in a relational sense while we might be getting a prescription filled? Yeah. While maybe we're listening to someone give a good message or pick up our trash or UPS our latest Amazon Prime delivery.
Yeah. Because if we don't find those significant things, whatever we don't place significance on, we won't give significance to.
Oh, very well said.
Very and so good. A lot of times we miss many significant moments and opportunities because we place it on something. So use your example before about Pastor giving a sermon. If that is what I find significant in this walk and in this life, and that I've learned a lot of things and a lot of truths and awesome things that have changed my life from sermons, but there's not usually relationship there, and so if that's all I had, it would be me and that information, and it would just be
totally
to where I'll miss. So if that's significant, then I will devalue many other of the areas of my life to where significance should be placed on
plentiful.
Others.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, we do. And that's that deception thing again.
Yeah.
We get distracted.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And again, that's that. I think that's what the enemy of man, the devil, that great serpent, he's out there trying to get you to look over here.
Yeah.
Don't and miss the real reality of a life that really is significant in God.
Because I guess just this thought came in while you were talking a second ago, but God is in Himself community. Yes. Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Yes.
All together, like always were, always will be. Like there's always been relationship there.
Yes.
And so in that, as we draw in closer to Him, we should, as He's moving in our heart, we should be drawn into community and other people and in relationships. It's like something because He sees the value in it. He sees the value in, just a random thought. This is, you could take in two scriptures and think about them, but it says, see if you can answer them. So the joy set before the Lord is what? That's coming out of Hebrews 12:2.
Oh, okay.
For the
joy that was set before Him when Jesus suffered the cross and that one?
So what's the joy? What was His joy that He's like, okay, I'm going to do this?
Man, the joy is what was happening at the end, the relationship that was going to happen at the end.
Right. So
me. Us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and it says the joy of the Lord is our strength.
Bam. Good thought.
So if you're the joy set before Him, as me, and the joy of the
Very
Lord.
well said.
So just kind of subbing out words.
That's awesome, man. That's a great thought. No, totally. There's a whole, yeah, that's good. That's very good. How much we have been self-centered in even the concept of joy.
Yeah.
Even though, yes, I know we have the fruit of the Spirit,
Right.
which is joy inside of us. We know that.
Yeah.
But then that connection, that connected to that if mankind and the relationship with mankind God was going to have was the joy of Christ, then when I engage in relationship with you, right. or even with another person that He saved, they don't know they're saved yet.
Yeah.
And I engage with another human being, that's the joy of the Lord.
Yeah.
Man, and I draw.
That's his focus.
That's his focus is people. You know, absolutely.
We're looking that way, but he's looking this way.
Absolutely, that's a good thought. Man, that's cool. Brother, we better hit it there on that one. Let's stop it this time.
Good, man.
Hey, if you've been with us all the way through here, we can't say thank you enough.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate it.
We really, really do appreciate it. If you want to connect with us, we're both on Facebook. It's Derek Dean. You want to spell your name?
Derek, D-E-R-E-K, Dean, D-E-A-N.
And you're good. And I'm Brad Holloman, Holliman. You can just Google us. We'll probably some kind of link or something wherever this ends up. We'd love to engage with you that way. We'd love to see this conversation continue.
Yeah.
But more than anything, we want to hear your stories. We want to hear as you we know you'll be inspired and you'll go out from having watched this video. We want to hear your stories as you've found joy and significance in your relationship with God and your relationship with other people. So we'll do it again. We'll see you then.